Hello everyone and welcome back for another Stacy Cakes tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make Swiss meringue buttercream. Before we get started, if there's a technique or anything you'd like to learn, please do comment below and we will make it. So the ingredients we're going to start with are 1.5 pounds of unsalted butter, 300 grams of egg whites, 600 grams of sugar, 20 milliliters of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. The first thing we're going to want to do is grab our mixing bowl, the one that we intend to mix our buttercream in, and put it in a pot of hot water on the stove. You want this water to be almost at boiling, but not quite. This is what we're going to use to heat up our sugar and our egg whites. So we're going to put those together in the mixing bowl and we're going to mix them up. So once these are mixed up, you don't actually have to continuously stir it, but be sure to wipe or scrape down the sides. Those eggs are not going to cook with that sugar in there, but you still want to stir it every now and then. And I like to use a thermometer. I like to make sure that it gets to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to make sure that all of that sugar is incorporated in there without it being too grainy, because if it is grainy, your meringue is not going to be right. So once you hit that temperature, once you hit 160 degrees Fahrenheit and all of your sugar is evaporated, you're going to put it in the mixer, and on medium-high speed, you're just going to let it mix. And as you'll notice, it's going to thicken and continue to thicken until you get a beautiful meringue. So you can see that I'm checking the sides of the bowl with my hand. So what we're looking for is making sure that the bowl is a neutral heat. You don't want to feel a ton of warmth coming from it anymore. You just want a nice, not quite cool, but just neutral, just room temperature. And once you can touch the bowl and feel that, that's when you can start adding your butter in. So I think I do mix it a little more after this. So now I'm slowly going to add my butter, just one little bit at a time. There we are, all my butter's in, so now I'm going to add my salt and my vanilla. Some people do this at the end. I like to put it in while it's mixing. Totally up to you, whatever you like to do. And so at this point, this is where most people panic when they're making their Swiss meringue buttercream. It looks really nice right now, but give it a second. I'm just scraping down the sides. Because what you're going to find is as you're mixing, your mixture is going to curdle. And I know a lot of people get really freaked out at this and they think that their Swiss meringue is ruined because it's curdled. I'm going to scoop some out and just show you what it looks like. Do not panic. This is absolutely supposed to happen, and everything will come together as you're mixing it up. So keep watching and watch this curdled mixture turn into a beautiful, smooth icing. And there it is. So it's going to keep mixing just a little bit longer. I'll scrape down the sides, but it's going to be creamy and delicious. This icing is so yummy. It's easy to use and it tastes absolutely delicious. So it's one of my favorite recipes to decorate with. I would recommend it to any cake decorator. I used this particular recipe for some, I think, a unicorn cake and some clouds with rainbows. I think I'll show you a little example of that, but take a look at that and how beautiful it is. So creamy, so delicious, so easy to use. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. Thanks so much for watching, and please do like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to answer anything. I always answer the questions. And happy caking, everybody.